So when we're solving a system of equations using an augmented matrix and using elementary row operations to turn it into row reduced echelon form, even though it was cleaner and a little bit more reliable and probably a little bit less stress than the way you had to do it in Algebra 2, it's still a lot of work. It's still a lot of work on paper, especially all those places that you can have opportunities for simple arithmetic mistakes. So why are we even doing this? Is again so that you could understand what your calculator or your computer is doing for you whenever you plug that thing into the calculator. And that's exactly what we'd want to do. We'd want to put it into a computer or a calculator that can solve matrices very quickly. And you're only down about the amount of time it takes you to input that matrix into the calculator. So let's see how this is done. So it's underneath that same menu, the same matrix menu, and instead of choosing A, you're going to choose B for that reduced row echelon form right there. And then at the very, very end, we're going to end up with our solution. So let's do it with this one, actually plugging it in, the whole deal, so that you can see how this thing works. So let me pull up my calculator here, move it out of the way so I can see the system. And in order to input that system of equations in, first want to go to the matrix menu, which is second x inverse, and I would want to go over here to edit. And I've already input this in just to save a little bit of time, but you would choose your favorite letter there. Let's say it's A, and then decide that this is a 1, 2, 3 rows and 1, 2, 3, 4 columns, a 3x4 system. And then it would put in zeros for all these little places, and you just enter in all your numbers. So let's say that you input all your numbers in there. You got down to the last one, that 39, and you entered it. Now at this point you need to escape back out of here. You need to quit, second quit, go back to the home screen. If you don't, if you tried to do the reduce row echelon form from that new menu, from the matrix menu, it would put that in that last position, and then it'll say, oh, syntax error. So instead, quit out to the main menu and go back to the matrix menu. Go over to math, and it's B. So I'll just hit alpha B. Reduce row echelon form is what we want. And then hit second matrix to go back there, and then you can't just type that in. You have to pull it back from that menu, which is number 1. You don't have to close the parentheses, but I'm gonna anyway. And then hit enter. So this shows me that in just a matter of seconds, amount of time it took me to talk about all that and put it all in, I have my answer. That x is equal to 30.4, y is equal to 64.2, and z is equal to 55.6. Okay. So, since this is really good for solving system of equations, let's solve one that is a 4-variable system, A, B, C, and D. So it's just as easy to solve this, 5 variables, 6 variables, you name it. So let me pull this thing back up. All right, calculator. I would input all this into an augmented matrix, go back to the matrix menu, go over to edit. This time it is 4 equations, so that's 4 rows, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns. So I already have this over on B. So you type in everything, quit out of it, and again do the reduce row echelon form, which is back in the matrix menu. Go over to math, alpha B, go back to the matrix menu, choose B, close your parentheses if you want to, and then there's your final answer, that A is equal to 2, B is equal to 14, C is equal to 3, and D is equal to nothing. So come back for the next set of videos when we see what can go wrong with this.